Moving on. Wonderful article from Forbes, a Forbes website, Forbes.com, that essentially says surviving AI, the new era of B2B marketing. And so, really, what this article talks about is, there are things that AI, and again, like we talk a lot about, and we're going to continue to talk about it. And it's great to see, the media talk about this as well. But what things from a B2B perspective AI can't structurally do? It's, and I'll just read some of these key points. It says, stop competing with the machine on volume. AI, if AI can produce 50 ad variants, your edge isn't producing 50 first. Your edge is choosing which to go live. Right? So it's true, right? Become the editor, not the writer. Well, I mean, I agree to that to a certain point, but the point is here is knowing what to, like, if you're, like we've talked about, right? That AI can't do, should not be used in a strategic fashion, because you need to be able to look at something and say, okay, that's accurate or that isn't accurate. That is written properly or that isn't written properly. That's not on brand. That's not the right tone, right? And so you need to be able to do that. And then it says, other things that, that one thing that AI can't replicate is, it even says it in the article, is it doesn't have scar tissue. It wasn't in those meeting rooms, and it can't pattern match case studies, which I think is it's true. It's so true that it can't replicate that level of experience. So yeah. So what do you both think on this?
I personally don't look at it as surviving. I'm just learning this new thing and figuring out what I need to do in order to help my clients get visible in this new era.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this article though because it took a positive spin on it. Like I'm
Yes.
saying, you're not behind,
Right.
you're repositioning. And that's really gold for when you read this. This is some very actionable things that Nick read out loud. So I have always felt, and I'm glad that other marketers are expressing it this way as well, that, okay, things are different, but different doesn't have to be bad. Just learn how to
Right.
do this new thing.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree, Catherine. Like you said, we're not surviving AI. We at Brick Marketing, we're thriving because of it, quite
Mm,
frankly, and we're
yeah.
using it to scale and grow and help our clients get even better results for our clients. That's what we're doing with AI,
Yes.
and so it's not about surviving. So I agree with that. So John, what do you think? What are
Yeah,
your thoughts?
at the very least, if not anything, it's interesting, right? You aren't doing the same old thing every single day that you were the past 10 years or so, or even longer. There's something new for you to figure out. And maybe sometimes it is a little stressful, but it's interesting. Things are moving, things are changing. And yeah, it's interesting. At the very, if you hate everything else about it, at least you're learning something new, and it
Exactly.
you're yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.